And a little laugh there, buddy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. What's up, A-Aron here for reaction number 51. And this is for Diana Ankudinova. And we're back for during her performances of the You Are Super competition. Now, I do have several notes here that I want to share, but I will be brief before we get right into it. First things first, I want to thank, I'm sure I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong, Kustas, you know, for the channel, for your sharing of this video and all the others and all you're doing for Diana, bringing it back. I'm sharing some of the notes from the write-up from the video that I'm watching. And so, she's saying this, it's a man's world, it's a man's world, I think is actually the proper, term. As her second performance on the vocal contest for disadvantaged children who have spent a significant part of their childhood without parental care, named You Are Super. And we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. But on this competition, 3 green buttons mean you qualify to the next round, and she never got less than all 4 buttons in all of her performances during the contest. Everybody was always blown away, of course. But yeah, she sings with so much passion and so many emotions. And I learned about her upbringing, and it's heartbreaking, actually. At the age of 3, Diana was left at a bus stop in the winter with a broken collarbone. And her biological aunt rescued her from the street, but was unable to care for the traumatized child. At the age of 4, she had extremely poor speech with stuttering and other problems, and speech pathologists recommended that she be given singing lessons to improve her general speech and vocal skills, and she quickly discovered she loved singing. Okay, so now she's doing the James Brown song, It's a Man's World, or It's a Man's World. In 1966, he, put out that hit. And, a lot of people have called this, Rolling Stone called this biblically chauvinistic, right? Of course, it was different times than it is then than it is today. But make no mistake that, there are many interpretations of this. I believe that, the intent wasn't negative or malintent from James Brown, but, it's all left to interpretation. But the basic premise is that it's a world where men have created a modern civilization, but that it would be meaningless without women. And of course, there's many interpretations of what that means, right? Are the women just the child bearers, and that's all they have to give to this world and so forth? And so there's obviously a chauvinistic approach. There's another perspective there, though, too, is that, women, shape the men, make them better, human beings, right? It takes a woman to make a man, right? But nevertheless, obviously the lyrics are very strong that man created buildings and so forth. And so, I'm not going to necessarily advocate for this kind of lyrics or whatever, but it's a very strong hit. A lot of people have sung it, and I'm sure she's going to kill it. As we already know, she got, all 4 buttons on this. So, let's dive right in. This is Diana Ankudinova. It's a man's world. Got chills. Oh. To take our souls a rose. Man made the train. You gotta have a load. Man got it at a glide. To take our souls a die. Man
And baby boys, man isn't happy, cause it makes it noise. He's after his man, everything he can. You know that man makes money. So like from all the man, this is a man's world. But it would be nothing, nothing, nothing without like her. Спасибо. Спасибо большое, мне очень приятно.
I love how happy she is at the end. Oh my goodness. From the very second that she opened her mouth, that was just powerful, just incredible. I am absolutely hooked. I mean, first of all, her stage presence, her vocals, her looks, is just incredible. Her interpretation of every syllable out of her mouth. She was playing with that song. Oh my goodness. She has no speech problem here. I mean, right from the get-go. Look at that look. I mean, she's fantastic.
This is a man's world.
I mean, she's dancing around a man and every little tiny subtle nuance. I mean, the audience she's engaged, she is already, at this young age, 14 years old. Just a fantastic performer.
But it would be nothing, nothing, nothing without a woman like her.
And so then she changes her tone. Right? She takes it up and she changes and she closes her eyes and gets a little playful without a woman or a girl. Like, it's a masterclass. Like, literally, you could study this and, just learn how to perform. You could study this one performance.
See, man made the guy.
That growl, man. Oh my gosh.
To take us over the road.
And that tone there takes almost on a little Celine Dion into it.
To take us over the road.
I didn't expect to go back through this a second time, but I feel like that's the way, what I need to do. It's that good. I need to hear it all twice. It's that good. And there's so many subtles. And I'm only pointing out probably one fifth of what's coming into my mind. Her body, like, oh my gosh, she's like pulsating. And look at her eyes.
Gotta have a loose.
And I love the lighting after that, the flashes. that right there got me. Right? Like, knowing her story and her background, and look at her look here. It's just like, and what? And she just changes, and that girl just kind of, girls just kind of echoes off. And she changes, even just through that phrase, she changes her tone like 3 times.
And baby boys,
oh, look at the look on her face when she does it too. Makes them happy. And those lyrics are crazy, right? Man makes them happy because they made them toys. Wow.
Everything.
I think that's mockery. I believe the interpretation she's had is that's mockery, and that's why she's saying everything almost spoken, right? Like, it doesn't matter. You men make everything. I don't know. Maybe I've got it wrong, but that's kind of how I'm interpreting her interpretation.
Everything she can. You know that man makes money.
And a little laugh there, buddy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good.
Everything she can. You know that man makes money. So I phone all the man. This is a man's world. Body would be nothing, nothing, nothing without.
That look at the end. That look. I don't know what else to say, but thank you to turning me on to her, because every time I listen to her, every single time, I am just mesmerized and blown away by what she does. This is a clinic. Every one of her performances, really, but for some reason I'm thinking of it here. I mean, I could absolutely call it on every one of her performances thus far, but, here from the get-go, from that first initial contact and whatever, just, her stage presence here is just on a whole nother level, a whole nother dimension. And then her vocal skills and her interpretation and playfulness, unbelievable. This was just fantastic. All right. Well, that said, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my channel, and then we will see you in the next one.